The Exclusive Guide. Written by Fairycrest. Read by Arashi. The world of Teyvat changed overnight. The peaceful cities turned most chaotic, and the quietest of sounds turned into screaming. Yes, Teyvat changed all of a sudden after dungeons arrived. Dungeons that were something found only in fantasy stories created by manga or manhwas suddenly appeared, and monsters, one by one, started to leak out. And when things continued to fall out of control like this, people also learned how to fight back. Amidst the chaotic survival between humans and monsters, with humans slowly being pushed back, a hope emerged from their side. For many, they say it is the gods' mercy on them. Others say it's normal for human evolution to happen to survive for any environment. Nevertheless, humans gained a method to survive. Espers came into view. People who suddenly gained abilities in order to counter monsters and gained opportunity for survival. They are strong and not easily defeated compared to humans, but also depend on the ranks they have acquired. Soon, monsters have now become less intimidating for the humans, and Espers now only see them as a method of gaining profit. But too much power also came with a setback. Espers, along the way, lose their reasoning, and when overwhelmed by their own powers, one falls into a berserk mode that not only harms others, but also themselves. Thus, a new race was born, a race existing solely for Espers, a guide. Humans with the capabilities to soothe an Esper's ability, ensuring that they kept the ability in control. Change once again came to Teyvat, but this time, everyone came in prepared. It has been 6 years since the dungeons appeared in Teyvat, and like any country to exist, Sumeru is also striving for change. Espers took the dungeon break as a chance to once and for all destroy their corrupt government, completely overthrowing them. Led by the S-class Espers, the current ruler of the realm is none other than Nahida, a guide. Her son Alhaitham, an S-class hunter, now taking over control of Sumeru in the most humane way possible. Everyone welcomed the change. It was better than before, with less restrictions and a lot of benefits for the citizens. With the new government prioritizing a high survival rate for everyone, peace remained in Sumeru. Dungeon breaks are settled by the matras, and unsurprisingly, Alhaitham himself also participates in some. Not long after Nahida's reign, slavery for guides in Sumeru has lessened, and guides and espers alike can continue to walk the streets of Sumeru with their heads held high. Anyone could be an esper. Anyone could be a guide. Anyone could be Alhaitham's guide. Yes, that's right. The new Grand Sage of Sumeru has an exclusive guide, one he has only for himself. At first, everyone assumed it to be his mother. However, the two are rarely seen together, and the General Mahamatra's exclusive guide, his husband, made a slip mentioning of Alhaitham's exclusive guide. And now, Sumeru is back on flipping its grounds over mere curiosity of who the S-class sage's guide is. Tainari, why are we doing this again? Alhaitham sighed for the nth time of the day, as he received guidance from his mother in the sanctuary of Sudastana, her new office. Tainari, who was guiding his husband by hand, gave the man a pitiful smile. Like I said, remnants of Azar's men are still lurking around. This is the best time to lure them out. By creating a person that doesn't exist?
At least they won't be targeting an existing person now, would they?
His mother said, in an as-a-matter-of-fact tone. Well, that makes a point. I'll be expecting my house to get robbed of a guide. Alhaitham sighed, as he eyed the hand in his. I'm your son, Mom. Why are we not compatible? Nahida started giggling, seeing his son's grimacing face.
Because I'm not your exclusive guide.
Alhaitham let his guard down. They did manage to apprehend the last of Azar's men, but they put up a lot of fight, and as they finished collecting them, a dungeon suddenly appeared and ready to burst. So he put up with a lot of fights without a single break, and he could feel it. He's going berserk. The explosion of the dungeon's remains after being subdued sent each member who was inside flying towards different parts of Sumeru. Alhaitham found himself staring at the night sky of the Sumerian desert. He looked at the wire of his headphones, flickering. Green, red, green, red, green. I feel like a traffic light, he said to himself as he reeled in the overflowing power, ready to burst out. His breath stable amidst the chaos going on inside of him. He closed his eyes, listening to the sound of the desert, the howls, the breeze. Oh my goodness! Hey! A panicked, ethereal voice, and the sound of tapping on his cheeks with a finger. Each tap created ripples in his body, like droplets of the rain, which ran through, now one with the sand. He feels full and free. Is this what men feel when they have found an oasis in the desert? Oasis. Alhaitham opened his flickering eyes and met gazes with shining ruby orbs, laced with worry, halo-like blonde hair framing such a beautiful face that looks like it's about to cry because of his unresponsive stillness. Gently, he reached an arm out and brought a hand to the man's face, taking note of how much better he already felt, the flickering of red slowly diminishing as he touched the smooth face. Did God send you to pick me up? A look of surprise was seen flashing on the blonde's beautiful rubies before anger took them over. Are you fucking stupid? You just crashed here with no gear and everything, and you have the audacity to still joke around? The blonde gently examined Alhaitham's body, tapping him here and there to check how much damage the fall had given him. Wait, you're not an angel sent by the gods? The blonde stilled in his spot, before his face flushed in red. What are you saying? Did the fall actually damage your head? The blonde immediately went to touch his temples, slowly giving them a good rub. Stay with me, okay? Oh, concussions can lead to death. Alhaitham feels it, like his body is being washed away from all the dirt, like he's doused in spring water and being changed into a new man. His eyes met the blonde again, this man giving him assuring words that he'll be okay. Ah. He made a sound of realization. This man is a guide. His guide. He noticed that he was no longer tethering on the borders of destruction over a mere tapping of the smooth man's fingers. My name is Alhaitham. As if he wasn't just thrown to land here face first by some dungeon, the man sat up and stretched his body, no longer feeling pain, nausea, or anything, just bliss. He took this as a chance to scan his guide, slender frame with smooth, white jade-like skin, long legs, pretty plump behind, and... Is that an open-back shirt? That's illegal! His frame suited his pretty face well. Oh, you shouldn't be standing yet! What if you fractured some bones? The pretty man, his guide, stated, as he rushed to his side to check on him. Each sway of his body made him get a good look at those thick thighs, and the chest window that let him get a peek of whatever was inside it. When the man was sure he was all right, albeit the surprise and confusion, he left Alhaitham to do whatever stretch he wanted. My name is Kaveh, the man, Kaveh, stated, as he held his hands out to do a handshake. I was investigating the ruins here in the desert. It may lead to some connection to those dungeon The man didn't get to finish his words when he was pulled by the hand that met his outstretched one and pulled into a gentle embrace. Alhaitham felt it, the surge of soothing, the feeling blossoming from his body. The feeling was probably felt by the man too, who was now still in his spot, no longer spouting embarrassing stutters. This is... Kaveh trailed off, unconsciously nuzzling closer to the man's chest. His arms made their way to the man's back, and all of a sudden, all of Alhaitham's accumulated negative energy disappeared like a bubble. "You're an Esper, and you're my guide." The word "my" left a possessive touch in the conversation, but whether Kaveh noticed or not, he chose to ignore it. What do we do now?" Kaveh asked, upon breaking the hug. He looked over to the Esper, as if waiting. "Well, for starters," Alhaitham saw an opportunity, and didn't let it slip past. "Are you single?" "Sir Alhaitham, we heard about what happened to your home. Are you okay? Is your guide okay?" Days later, the media and the citizens found out about the break-in of Azar's men to Alhaitham's house, with the intention of kidnapping his exclusive guide. And so, the media took it as an opportunity to interview the Grand Sage, the instant he reached the doors of the Academia. "It's all right. We were able to subdue the remaining people under Azar, so everything is under control now," Alhaitham answered, as straightforward as he usually does, face blank with emotion. "As for my guide..." A smile managed to reach his face, though, the instant the topic of his guide was discussed. "He was actually investigating a ruin at the time, so he was not at home. We met halfway through the desert, and I confirmed his safety myself." From Nahida's office, Tainari, Sino, and the rest of the people that knew of this plan watched the live interview. "And he was really agitated about this plan to begin with," Dea commented as she shook her head. "Look at him now, even making up stories about a non-existent person." Sino laughed loudly at the TV, watching his friend come up with such lies on spot. A knock on the door was what made the circle pause, and the door swung open, with Nahida coming in, a pretty blonde behind her in tow.
Guys, can you believe this?
The woman beamed, actual flowers floating around her, as she expressed her total joy.
My son, Alhaitham, is getting married.
Silence took reign over the office, and Nahida stepped aside, making the circle take a good look at the beautiful blonde behind her.
This is Kaveh, the man who was on an expedition in the ruins and met Alhaitham there.
Kaveh gave a bashful smile. My name is Kaveh. I'm Alhaitham's guide. It's nice to meet you." Everyone then turned to the TV, with the live interview still ongoing. The soft smile on Alhaitham's face, now looking smug to everyone's eyes. As if sensing a signal that he was being watched by his friends, Alhaitham turned to the camera and smirked. "That..." Tainari could only laugh at the speechless people inside the room. "Let's get along well, Kaveh," he said to the blonde, who gave him the brightest smile, like the sun, leaving everyone to sigh in defeat as they welcomed the blonde into their circle of friends joyfully. Yep, this was not part of the plan. Alhaitham really did them dirty.